Now, his beneficiary is his wife. His wife is now in Canada and married to a Canadian resident, an old Canadian man. And in fact, they were not separated, no divorce at all. But my son just told me, leave her alone, ma. That is what she wants. Yan ang gusto niya. Diyos na lang ang bahala sa kanya. Lately after that, he died. It was a heart attack. Then the problem is, I was able to get only his burial, but not his contribution from SSS because his wife is the one who is really his beneficiary. The question is, when I write a letter to the wife, there was no answer at all, asking her to waive her right because I think she don't need anymore that said amount because she married a rich man there in Canada. Now, what is the procedure, or how can you help that his contribution will, I can get it, or so that I can, develop his etailment. Para na lang sa kanya ngayon sa kaskabaong niya, wala silang anak. They don't have any child at all. So, hindi makukuha because I am not the beneficiary, I'm only his mother. And that is not the problem. Pai knows this because I already told them. And the only thing is muna, her letter waiving her right, but she's not answering us until now, and I don't know what's the reason.
Thank you po, ma'am. Una po, nakikiramay po kami sa pagkamatay po ng anak ninyo. We have the Vice President, Head of Benefits po, to answer your question, Ms. Joy Villacorta.
Thank you, ma'am, no, for that question. To clarify, yung sa ating death benefit or for the member, para ko maging pensioner, dapat to primary. So tama ko, yung asawa, yung legal spouse, a dependent legal spouse, at kung may anak pa ko na below 21 years old. So in this case, ulitin ko, sa batas ang sabi, ang primary beneficiary is a dependent legal spouse. Because as you mentioned po, nag-asawa na po sa ibang bansa,
Nag-asawa
no?
doon sa Canada,
Opo.
not
So,
here in the Philippines.
yes, but married ho sila doon, tama po ba?
Yes.
So may mga dokumento naman po yan. If we can establish na the wife before, hindi na ho dependent legal spouse because already remarried, hindi na po magiging qualified primary beneficiary po siya.
But
But we will check po the papers and the documentation, mama. So
Okay.
may assistance po tayo dito para po yung mga documents. So yung home, mga death certificate, dito ho ba,
Yes.
dito ho nag-pass away ho yung anak ko?
Yeah,
Doon
yeah.
sa Canada.
Yeah, in Tagbilaran, but of course,
Dito.
dito sa Bohol.
Apo, yun po, we just need to establish na
Pero the
hindi na
problem
po
is-
dependent legal spouse. So that will, in effect, magiging ineligible na po yung primary kung meron na hong ibang. Kasi yung concept po ng pension, nire-replace natin yung lost income because in this case, yung asawa ko namatay na. So that is the support to the surviving legal spouse. Pero kung may contestable po na hindi ho eligible dahil nag-asawa na ho iba, meaning meron na pong ibang nagsusupport sa kanya. So hahanap po tayo ng next. So kung wala hong anak, meron po tayong mga secondary beneficiaries po that we can establish up to legal heirs pangohoy. Ang pwedeng mag-file for the death benefit po.
By the way, ma'am, they were not legally separated. No divorce, no other paper. That is now the problem. And, well, if the woman will just cooperate, the wife, it's very easy. But she's not even contacting, not even sending a condolence letter, nor a message. Only the mother of the wife visited during
Pero kung sige po, hindi legal separated pero
Yes, nag-asawa doon.
legally married sa abroad.
Yes.
Okay.
Sige, Jack.
Let me answer that legal issue. You know what Vice President Villacorta was saying? You don't need a waiver from your former daughter-in-law because by operation of law, having married another man, he ceased to become a dependent legal spouse nung inyong anak. So nung mamatay yung anak nyo at may establish nyo na nag-asawa na yung inyong daughter-in-law, that will disqualify her from being a primary beneficiary. Katulad ng sinasabi ni Vice President Joy, bababa na po yan. In the absence of minor children below 21 years old, bababa na po yan sa secondary beneficiaries. That includes parents and legal heirs. So, hindi na po nyo kailangan magmakaawa doon sa inyong former daughter-in-law. All you need to do is secure a marriage certificate niya in Canada and that will let you sleep in peace.
Yan na nga yung problema. Okay, sir. Excuse me, sir. That is not the problem, sir. The problem is, I cannot reach out and I don't know what court or whatever where they are married because there is no contact at all. So it is hard for us. But nevertheless, never mind. Okay, bahala na. Ihatag na ko sa iya. Never mind.
Pero ang
I am just
mahirap
bringing,
po-
sir, I am just bringing this here so that people may know that they have to prepare and watch whatever will happen to the family, one of your children. And it happened to me na, well, it's okay. I offer it to God everything.
Alam niyo po, may solusyon ako para matuwa po kayo. Alam niyo po, tumira ako sa Canada 2 taon eh. Saan siya sa Canada?
Hindi ko alam. I don't know, or there's no more communication. Because when she went there, she was what's that?
Is she Toronto?
I don't know.
Vancouver?
I don't know because she's not anymore contacting to us.
But your ex-balay, di ba the
No,
ex-balay came to your son's way?
the Balay is living here in Batuan. See, from MND now, they are now living in Rizal, Barangay Rizal, Batuan.
Anyway,
And they also don't know.
you just give the name ho. May opisina ho ang SSS doon.
Okay.
Ang opisina ho namin nasa Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary. Alam ko yung mga lokal na yun, nabisita ko na lahat yun. Bigay nyo lang ko yung pangalan, subukan ho namin. Si Judge ho, under sa kanya yon. Bigay nyo yung pangalan, baka pwede namin i-research. Kunin nyo rin yung pangalan.
Okay.
Kausapin nyo si ma'am, yung manager namin. Paki-research lang, ha? Baka lang ho, ma-prove natin na may asawa na siya, baka matulungan namin